if you're not sure if your man and his friend are really just friends, here are a few warning signs to look out for to see if your relationship is in the danger zone. Number 1, they talk text all day, every day. Number 2, they spend more time together than you do. Number 3, they flirt.
That ain't happening. Go ahead, 3.
What? So he can't be.
I just saw red.
He can't. I just saw red. Damn.
Bed. Love.
Bed.
Bed.
Love.
Beyond. Bed, love, beyond. Bed, love, beyond.
Hey, what's going on? Welcome to Bed Love Beyond, the podcast for the hopeful and the hater in us to discuss sex, love, and whatever's clever with like-minded people like you who are also in limbo with love.
Like us.
I'm Martini.
And I am Jennifer Lopez.
And today's episode is episode 101. But babe, they're just a friend. AKA the person they told you not to worry about.
You. Sorry. I'm going to start breaking in the song. Too early for that.
So can your significant other have the opposite sex as friends, or will you always be scared that something might happen? So if you have a topic you want us to explore, or have any questions you want to ask, you can write us at bedlovebeyond@gmail.com or text us at 201-862-8BED. That is 201-862-8233. Yep, so that's going to be the topic of today. But first, Daily Dish, what's going on?
They came out with male sex dolls with bionic penises. Oh, yeah.
What is the purpose of bionic penises?
I don't know yet. I didn't read the article. I don't read articles. I just post it. I posted it on the Facebook page if anybody wants to check it out. Right. I don't know. Everyone's been like bugging out about the female sex dolls that are coming out. Like, oh my god, they look so real. And what if they take over? Well, now they have male ones. Everyone is at risk for failure.
Okay.
I don't have any real new Daily Dish. I'm going on vacation. I'm leaving my boyfriend at home. It should be exciting.
All right.
I don't know.
All right, so, I mean, vacation should be fun.
I asked his mom today to make me rice.
I worked last night and
Martini's mom's Haitian rice is the bomb. Best I ever had. Just want to say that.
I'm editing that out.
Why?
Because your boyfriend is Haitian and his mom is probably gonna cook for you, and his mom's rice should be the best.
Oh, I had his mom's rice and it was really good. Shut up.
As a going away present or something?
No, as my birthday present. My birthday's coming up.
I was like, oh, okay.
Pisces season, bitches.
Are you excited for the trip?
Nah. I don't really get excited about much. I'm just like, oh, yay, going to Florida like I do every year.
Yeah.
But I'm excited to see Jasmine. I'll give you guys an update on how she's doing with her girlfriend and my brother. So,
That's true.
Those things will be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Anywho, I have nothing exciting is happening.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. This Is Us came back. I've been listening to a new podcast, Bunny Ears.
Mm-hmm.
It's Macaulay Culkin's podcast. I don't know. That's really it. Nothing exciting. Relationship's still there. We still wake up together. Sometimes go to sleep together. Sometimes he comes to sleep later and wakes me up and pisses me off. But such is life.
Okay. Get used to it.
The only thing I've noticed is that, like, I don't know. Like, I get anxious about flying. And I guess, like, my boyfriend doesn't have any, like, real, like, peaceful things to say. Like, I'll be like, babe, it's going to be fine. Stop being stupid. And I'm like, okay, fine, whatever. I don't know. But, like, it's, like, weird, like, because me and my ex are still kind of friends, and, like, I don't know. He's like, oh, you're flying? Don't you hate flying? And I'm like, yeah, I do. You know that. I don't know. And he'll be like, oh, you always worry something's going to happen and everything's going to be fine. And I guess, like, not that he has, like, something better to say. It's just, like, the fact that he knows me always, like, creeps me out, I guess.
No, I mean, you guys... We
were friends before we dated, so I mean, he knows about my psycho behaviors. So, I I don't know. It's just weird. It's just like interesting, I guess. Anywho, but that's it. Nothing exciting is going on. Anything exciting going on in your neck of the woods?
No.
Why?
What do you mean, why? It's just same old, same old. Did you ever change your mattress? And I think this is probably the most important. Exorcising your ex. Once your ex has moved out, you'll want to follow these post-breakup rituals to help exorcise your ex. Get rid of any evidence that your ex actually existed. This includes old photos, his cologne under your bathroom sink, the alma mater mug he used to slurp coffee from, and so on. Rearrange your furniture so things don't look exactly the same.
So many times I've done that.
Really?
I've like moved my bed, get like new sheets and like some new piece of furniture to like have just to feel better.
Right. Replace items your ex took with things that make you happy. Brighten your space with colorful flowers.
I'm getting a new mattress.
A new picture on the wall.
No, I really am.
You're
I
getting
really
a new
am.
mattress?
This just like really made me like I've been wanting a new mattress because I've had mine since Brooklyn.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Since my birthday when I lived with Brooklyn.
Yeah.
So 2009. So I've had the mattress for 7-8 years, right?
Yes.
That's enough. It's got to go.
Yeah.
It's got to go. And I don't want any bad juju, karma, or ex-boyfriend's stuff on there.
Right.
Especially if... Nope, that's it. Making a decision. Happening. No, I never did.
Okay.
Not because, like, I forgot, but because they're expensive.
Okay.
Well, the one I want is really expensive. I want a Sleep Number.
Oh, yeah,
if Sleep
are.
Number would like to sponsor us, I would gladly take a discount.
Sleep Number is extremely expensive. Why do you need a Sleep Number?
Because I think, like, I might want it soft or hard. You know, I don't know how, like, I don't really know how I want my mattress. Instead of being like the Three Little Bears about it. Like,
but have you had a problem with your other mattresses that you need to switch, start switching it up? You know
I don't know. I've never really made my own choices about mattresses as an adult. Like the one I got now, like I went to a store, I laid on it, and I was like, oh, it's good. And then I told my dad the model number, and he knew somebody who got it off the back of a truck. We're Italian. It happens.
Yeah, okay, but
so
how is the mattress?
I don't know if it's a firm or a soft one, but I mean, it seems kind of soft to me.
But is it good?
It's good enough.
So then why do you need to get like a Sleep Number? Like, why don't you just get, I don't know, just another mattress?
I don't know, because there's really nothing wrong with my mattress except for like memories, and even that's like not that bad.
Yeah, but still,
I don't really care about it. I mean, I don't know. I will.
You don't think you would if it was the other way around?
I'm sure there. I think I asked him if there was anybody else on his mattress, because I don't know where he got his mattress from, or if he had brought any other girls back to his house, because he had only moved there like 6 months before me. But you know what? Everyone has history, so
yeah,
it is what it is.
Yeah, but you even asking?
Well, because I'm curious.
No, I'm not saying that you shouldn't ask. I'm just saying, for the very fact that you're asking, it's like it's the same thing with the bed thing. Like, I'm sure he doesn't want to know how many dudes.
So I'm not gonna have a conversation with him about it. I'm not gonna be like, oh,
yeah, but.
You know how many dragons I slayed on this? Like, no.
No, but I'm saying, but he probably knows. So it's just like, you know what?
He probably doesn't think about it. He's an adult.
Adults have feelings too.
Well, he doesn't overthink like you do.
Yeah,
so
I'm just saying.
And I wouldn't put it in his head because then he would start to overthink it. He'd be like, "Oh my god." Next thing I know, I'd come home from Florida and be like, "We got a new mattress, babe." I'm like, oh, you listened to the podcast, didn't you? Fuck.
Man. No, but didn't he know that your ex used to live here too?
Yeah, he knows. And every so often, like, he'll ask me, like,
he knows.
Like, oh, like, can we get rid of this carpet? And I'm like, yeah, I got the carpet in the divorce. Like, you can throw it out. I don't need it. It's not mine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't know.
That's funny.
But, anyhow, I know we said we were going to be on the Checked Out New Jersey episode, but they had to reschedule with us. So if you guys were looking for that, don't worry about looking for it now because they went on a hiatus, and we will meet up with them on the flip side of the fall.
Yeah.
Which is after the spring.
And after the summer.
And after the summer. So, don't worry about that.
Yeah, it'll be a bit. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, that's all right.
All right. So, I mean, if that's it.
That's all I got. Sorry.
Nah.
There's nothing
whatever.
exciting going on in life.
Whatever. No, it's good. You're in a relationship. That's good. You know, so.
So weird. Anyway.
No, but that's good, man. I'm telling you, man. It's a good thing.
That nothing exciting is happening?
Absolutely.
That everything's status quo?
Absolutely. Because it could be
Oh, we
worse.
did go to a party.
Okay.
We went to like one of his good friends' kids' parties.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy's father, I guess like he's known him for a very long time.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, when are we gonna come to your wedding?" And like my boyfriend was like, like he didn't say but like his face just seemed so displeased. Like I don't know, like I feel like he's like really feeling the pressure now.
Now.
But like I kind of like got at him like on the way home because I'm like, I kind of get the feeling sometimes that like, I know he probably wants to marry me, but I think like he's so scared of like failing that like he doesn't even think about it.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, sometimes they'll say to me like, "Don't ruin it." I'm like, "Don't ruin what? Like you're about to ruin it. Like you're ruining it by like not even like talking about it with me. Like you're ruining it by being absolutely terrified of it." Because the more that he seems terrified of it, the more I'm like, maybe this isn't for me. Because if you're that terrified of it, then like, what the fuck am I doing here?
I get your point, but I definitely get his point since I've been in those shoes. And I think it is just more of the pressure because, I mean, that is a dickish thing for that friend to say. Like, why would you?
It was the friend's father, so keep in mind it was an older gentleman,
and
he's known him for a long time.
He's
not a dick. He's 41 years old.
No, who? The father?
My boyfriend.
I'm not saying your boyfriend. I'm saying the father. He's a dick for saying that. You don't say shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't know.
Everybody knows, stereotypically, everybody knows the freaking woman is mad thirsty to get married. This is not a freaking secret, you know? So, your boyfriend, everybody knows, unborn baby boys know that they're going to have to get married and they're going to be forced by their significant other.
But that's just the point. Nobody should be forced into anything. Like, you should want to.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter if he wants to because people are expecting him to because he's in a relationship.
Well, it's maybe because it's been something that he's always said he wanted.
No, and that's great, but let it happen on his time. Like who is somebody on the outside supposed to tell me?
No one's telling you shit. First of all,
you know what I'm trying to say. You know, like that's the thing. Like it's pressure. It's a lot of fucking pressure. Because then when that shit fails, whose fault is it now? You know what I'm saying? What is everybody?
Maybe that girl went crazy. Who knows?
What is it? What is everybody gonna do now? Oh damn, that shit fucked up, man. Well, better luck next time. No, now the dude is distraught and disheveled because
nobody else is distraught and disheveled.
No,
just the guys get upset.
No, well,
women never get upset about a breaking up of a relationship.
If you took your damn time, then it'd be fine. You know what I'm saying? Like,
we've celebrated our 2-year anniversary.
Ooh, 2 years. Oh my God. Do you have a cane now? You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
It's only 2 damn years. You know what I'm saying? You're comparing 2 years to 50.
Okay. But you have to understand that I am of a certain age and he's of a certain age.
Okay.
If we were 30, it may not be that big of a deal.
You can get married at any time.
But you cannot have children at any time.
You already have put it in your head that you can't have children naturally. So guess what? You can adopt at any time too.
He doesn't want to.
Well, shit for him.
This
you know
is the point, is that if you want to have children naturally and you want to do it the right way, i.e. the Catholic way, i.e. whatever your family has raised you to believe,
it's too late for the Catholic thing. You can cut that out. You guys have been having sex.
Right.
So that's
But
dumb.
the point of the matter is that if you want things to be done in order, the order has to start.
Right. So the order's starting right now.
Okay, so if he
he's
decides that in
a
3 years
relationship,
he wants to marry me, having children naturally is not going to be an option.
then okay. So what is more important, being with you forever or having a child?
Being with me forever.
All right then.
But that's my opinion. That's not his opinion. I don't know what his opinion is. But then this is the point that I have to deal with. I'm going to be with somebody forever who's going to be upset that they never had children.
Okay.
So which is why I say, hey, what are we doing? It's not because I'm in a rush to get married, because this relationship can end tomorrow and I'll have to start all over again.
Right.
Or won't, or I'll just go and married at first sight. Whatever the case may be. The fact of the matter is I know with the amount of time, 2 years that I spent with this man, what he wants from his life and what he wants and what order he wants it in. And the order of things that he wants it in, he has to start somewhere to get to point B.
Right.
And if he's not at point, like he moved in with me and I'm very happy about that. But if we're not moving forward and we're staying stagnant, we're never going to get to that point that you want to get at. And we do get it there whenever he's ready. And maybe at a point where those other things that you wanted in life are unable to be happen. And then here I have somebody who I love and care about who's going to be fully disappointed, like, oh, what do you mean your eggs don't work anymore? Well, they don't, because I'm 45.
Right.
And this is the way the world works. Menopause came and it's done and over with.
But
so my point is that if he really wants these things, he needs to understand that there is a real biological clock that I have no control over.
Absolutely.
And the men need to understand that it's not just me. There's women out there who say, yeah, I want to get married, because they too have an idea in their head of what they want.
Yeah.
And that's completely okay. Yeah. But men need to understand that women cannot just be like, oh, you can get pregnant. Look, there's 60-year-old women getting pregnant. Janet Jackson's 50 and she got pregnant. Janet Jackson has mad fucking money and a nanny.
But you know how the body's still the body.
Right. But not everybody's body is the same. Some women can have a completely healthy body and have a narrow-ass birthing canal and can't carry kids.
Right.
So, like, that's the thing. Like, and there's things that need to be done. Some people go into early menopause. Like, guys don't go into menopause. Maybe your sperm dries up at some point, but you guys don't go into menopause. Once women go into menopause, then the factory's fucking shut down.
Right.
And they might as well just fucking grow a beard. I don't know what happens, but it's bad business, I hear.
Right. But women also need to know. So you don't think he's thinking about all that things you just said?
I don't. I absolutely do not. I think all he thinks about is, I'm scared and what if I fail?
Let's say he says tomorrow before you go on your trip, just like, yo, this is what my plan is for you. This September, yo, I'm going to propose, and then next October, we'll get married. All right? Cool? Cool. So now you know the game plan. You don't have to say anything about it ever again because you just got the game plan.
He would never do that anyway, but go ahead.
What I'm just saying is now you have the game plan. Now you can, guys, just live your life because you're like, whew, all right, now I know what I'm doing. But that still doesn't mean that he'll have his job in a year. That still doesn't mean that he'll be able to still facilitate all this money that's going on and to do that before you have your 10-year early menopause. Like, that's the thing that I'm saying, too. Like, even though he knows, like, that's the pressure, too. He's like, fuck, she is getting old. I want to have those kids.
I'm not asking for a big, extravagant wedding.
It doesn't need to be extravagant wedding.
I am completely fine with a ring and going down to City Hall and making it happen and celebrating with friends.
But I'm just saying, even if you do that, all that shit tomorrow or when you come back, like, he still the pressure is not going to end. He's still going to be like, all right, now I need to keep this shit afloat. You know?
Right, but everyone has to keep their shit afloat, no matter what. Whether you're married or not, we still both need to keep our own shit afloat. I don't ask him to support me. I don't support him.
But as a husband, now he has to support you.
He does not have to do anything.
Yes, he does.
No, he doesn't.
Then what's the point of a husband?
The point of the husband is if I go to the hospital, he can be there.
Okay, but the point of the husband is to protect and provide. Boom, those two things.
Yeah,
the 2 P's.
That's what you've been told, but that's not necessarily what it needs to be. Do you think my dad provided for us, but at a certain point, my dad retired and my mom took over?
Right.
So I don't come from a household where that's like the thing.
Okay, but you still call your dad for help for shit.
Yeah, but he's my dad.
Okay, but he's still a man.
His mom calls him and asks him for help for things. His sister calls him and asks him for help for things.
You're proving my point.
Yeah, but not financial help.
It doesn't mean financial help because he's a man.
But this is the thing. Life happens. If something happened, God forbid, and he was like paralyzed or something and he couldn't help me, he'd still be my man. Mm-hmm. His heart and soul are still the same, and that's what I love, not the fact that he can hang pictures for me. Mm-hmm. Is it great? Yeah, it's awesome. Mm-hmm. Is it great that he can fix a door when it breaks? Awesome. My dad loves it, but that's not what makes him who he is, and that's not what makes him the person I want to marry. Those things helped, but those things don't matter. And I'm not expecting that because I have a ring on my finger or because, you know, I carry his last name that he's supposed to do anything more at that point. So I don't like that him saying I'm not ready or I'm scared. Like, I feel like that's him being unsure about me, and I don't like that.
I don't think it is. Well, I don't
that's
know
how it feels.
I don't know what
it may not be what it is, but it's how it feels.
Right. And
just like we were talking about Married at First Sight. Mm-hmm. Right? We were talking about Married at First Sight, how Jeff D wouldn't sleep with his girl and he wouldn't tell her why. Mm-hmm. And it was really because, like, he didn't want to move too fast or whatever. He didn't want to, like...
whatever cockamamie shit that he was talking about.
Whatever it was his reasoning. But it wasn't because he didn't like her or he wasn't attracted to her. Mm. But that's how women automatically feel.
Yeah.
So you have to understand, like, I understand these are my feelings and feelings aren't facts. Thank you, Nubia. But that is still how I feel.
Yeah, yeah.
And if he's not showing me that he's not even, like, thinking about engagement or marriage. Like, I'm not saying, we have to get engaged and get married next week. That's not how it needs to work. Mm-hmm. You want to get engaged?
But how do you know he's not thinking about it?
I don't think he is.
How would you like him to... how would you like him to express that he's thinking about it?
What kind of rings do you like? I don't know. Anything.
You're not supposed to know that.
Anything. The fact that he would even, like, inquire with my parents, like... My dad's 75th birthday is next month. Uh-huh. And I've said to him, and I know it's a little fucked up to say, but it's God's honest truth, that I'd like to get married but my dad's still alive. Mm. And then my dad has good genes. Like, my grandma died when she was 93. And my grandfather died, I think, when he was like 87.
Right.
So I'm praying that those genes somewhere get a median on my dad. I'd like to have him as long as possible, God willing.
Right.
But shit happens. 30-year-olds die. Babies die. Right. Like, and I know that I'm a little, like, OCD with my planning. Yeah. But it's my life.
This is true, but you're also sharing it with somebody else.
Right. So I'm asking you to try to get on my page or to get the fuck off. And I know that sounds a little fucked up, but we're not babies.
It is fucked up.
We're not babies.
I understand that you're not babies, but that is fucked up.
You're projecting your own insecurities about marriage onto this conversation.
No, it's because you have to remember what happened when our guest, I forget what episode, what he was on, but Ricardo.
Like, I did say to him once, like, I'd like to still get married, like, my dad is still alive. And, like, that, I think, upset him because he was like, that's not fair to say. But I would.
Like, yeah, but that is a huge amount of pressure. You know, like... yeah. But my mom, did I tell this? I'll tell it again. But my mom did this, too, because I remember she had to... she was making her will, and so she was putting everything in order and divvying up everything between her children. And then she was like, she was saying, it would be nice if you got married before I died. I was like, why would you say something like that? Like, why would you, like, you don't even know the amount of pressure that I already put on myself about this whole situation, and now I gotta do it before you die? Yeah. Like, come on, man. Like, that, saying stuff like that is not cool. I completely understand what you...
I know it was wrong to say, but I just wanted to get it out there.
I know. I
haven't said it again. Jeesh.
No, but I'm just saying, so I know what you mean when you say that, but if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. Like, there have been people... I've been at weddings where one of the parents was not there.
I have too, but I mean,
it happened. Even happened at my wedding. Like, my wife, she really wanted her grandfather to walk her down the aisle. And yeah, that unfortunately didn't happen. He ended up passing in July. We got married in November.
Oh,
So
wow.
yeah, I mean, and I always remember her talking, oh, I want him to walk me down the aisle. I want me to walk me down the aisle. And I'm like, oh man. So as soon as it happened, luckily I proposed before any of this ever happened. But still, it's just it's pressure is pressure.
Remember when his wife told him that they wanted to get married before his grandfather died? Guess what? Her grandfather died, but they still got married, and now they're about to have a kid in about 2 weeks. So life still goes on.
I understand.
And that's
life
fucked
still
up
goes
that you
on.
put pressure on him once again.
I didn't put pressure on him. I just
You
said
literally
that
said that you want him to marry you before your dad dies.
I would like to be married before that happens.
Which means it better fucking happen, or you're gonna be pissed.
I'd be pissed if it happened before my dog died.
But I'm just saying,
Cheech
like,
needs to be in the wedding.
but that's really messed up. Like, again, I believe that you guys are going to get married. But now with that thing in his head, the freaking dad who knows him for like how many years told him, hey, when's your wedding? It's like, the fuck?
Oh my God.
Like, that's a lot of pressure. And
What
there's
is-
no pressure
what is
on
pressure?
you. There's
What
no
is
pressure on
pressure?
you because you're just like, yeah.
He doesn't have to.
Everybody's
This
waiting.
is not a pass or fail situation.
Mm-hmm.
You guys need to stop looking at it as a pass or fail situation. If you know who you are as a man,
Yeah.
it shouldn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing. You guys are walking around with your balls so unfucking sure of yourself. You have 2 balls. You know what it takes to be a man. You know what you have to do to quote unquote be a man, whether it's by society standards or your own. And whether you do it or not is up to you, not up to anybody else.
Correct. And that's what he's trying to do. But
Right,
when
but you
people
can't
are
be
up-
afraid of
but-
what can happen.
But when people are up your ass, why wouldn't you? Okay, so let's say you
You don't think women have pressure? You don't think women come up to you every day? Oh, do you have any kids yet? Why don't you have any kids yet? Why don't you're almost 40? Why you don't have kids?
All
Like,
right,
what
so
the fuck?
you want to go for that test so you could get that
Right, I'm taking my LCSW test.
All right, boom. So would you take it without studying, or try to prepare yourself to be to get the best score so you could pass and not have to take it again?
Right, but we've been studying for 2 years. If you don't know the shit in 2 years, then you don't need to take the test.
What are you talking about? People stay in law school for 8 years.
That's law school. We're talking. This is not a test thing.
Oh, it's an absolute test.
It is not a test.
Of course it is.
It's not a test.
A relationship is an absolute test, and marriage is the final.
Right. If you can manage your relationship for a significant amount of time, I'm pretty sure you can manage marriage.
Yeah. I believe he can too. And yeah, he does seem like he has cold feet, but he doesn't want to freaking. How come you're not trying to try to see it his way? Because you're just like me.
I see it his way. I understand why he feels nervous. I understand that he comes from a family that has a lot of unsuccessful marriages, and it's all he sees around him. But I also know what he doesn't see is that he is a good man, and that he does what have what it takes.
How does he know he's a good man? Have you told him this? Have
I
you
always
shown
tell
this?
him that he's a good man.
Mm-hmm.
I always tell him.
And what does he say?
I'm with him. If he wasn't a good man, I don't think I'd be sticking around for this shit.
Okay, so now flip that around.
Yeah, but that's the point. If he knows that I'm that great, why doesn't he want to marry me?
Because no one said he doesn't want to marry you. He just doesn't want to marry you on Jennifer's time. That's the thing.
Jennifer's time is not like, oh, we've been together a month or 2, or we've only been together whatever. We've been living together now for 3 months. And
yeah, keep digging yourself in that grave. Go ahead. We've been together for 3 months. So.
we've lived together for 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think's going to change? I know he has little bad habits.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, what the fuck is the topic? Because I can sit here and argue about this with you all day, and I'm not going to.
We can. Go ahead, yo.
No.
I'm good, yo. Episode 101. Why the fuck does Jennifer want to get married?
We're going to continue this at a later time.
Let's go, yo.
We can continue this at a later time.
Anyway, episode 1. But babe, they're just a friend, aka the person they told you not to worry about. So yeah, I don't even know why I freaking thought about this. I don't know. It was something. I guess I don't know. I guess maybe I saw it in an article or something. I was like, oh yeah, that is a pressing concern for people in relationships, because you're always like, yo, did they ever? I don't know, whatever. I don't know what's going on. Oh, and I didn't appreciate how in a lot of the articles doing research on this that it was always the guy having the girl that had something, that, oh, you don't need to worry about her, she's high, and it was very maybe there was like one or two instances where it was the other way around, where the girl had a guy, whatever, and I was like, I didn't appreciate that. Like, it was like girls can't
No, we're just better at it.
No. It's like,
no, that's the thing.
It's like girls can't.
You guys don't know how to I can never say that word.
Compartmentalize.
Yeah, compartmentalize. You guys don't know how to do that.
Why should we? You ain't got to worry about her. If you doing your job, you good.
That's the thing. This shouldn't be like if you're good. The thing is that men talk to women because they're interested in them at first, or they have some kind of common thing.
Yeah.
But I have guy friends who are really just my friend. Like, we recently went to my old roommate's I want to say coming out party. No, it was his congratulations for leaving the Marines party / guess who's having a baby.
Yeah.
So me and him had like a little broski handshake, like, yo, like, our player days are over, and he's like, and and like, it was very like, male-ish of me, but that was my boy.
Yeah.
Like, he used to be my wingman and vice versa. So, but he was really my friend. And like, my boyfriend turned to me, he's like, isn't it cool to have relationships like that? He's like, that's like what my friend is so-and-so is.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I never thought you guys were anything other than that. And he's like, yo, she was really always my friend. Like, people know who she is and they just know she's my friend. Like, it was never anything like that.
Yeah.
Like, it didn't matter like what she had going on with anyone else. Like, she was my friend.
Yeah.
Like, we weren't hooking up or anything. And I was like, all right, yeah, I gotta calm down. You don't have to over-explain it. Or mansplain it to me.
Right.
So, yeah, I was like, yeah, it is cool to have like that. But I know, like, in past relationships, not this relationship, and not necessarily even my last relationship, but in past relationships in my younger days, there were friends who, like, like when you first go online, you start dating people, meeting people, but you haven't hooked up or anything like that.
Yeah.
Like, and you guys kind of stay friends, but that, like, you build like this friendship, but then you start dating someone, so obviously you're not giving that person that much attention.
Yeah.
But they're around. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, obviously, as a female, if the boyfriend's not doing what he's supposed to be doing and you break up with him, you should break up with him first, guys. Like, don't play anybody. It's too crazy for that. This world can't handle it. Especially millennials. They don't know what to do with heartbreak. You could just pick up the phone and be like, yo, Brandon, remember we used to talk? How you been?
Yeah.
We should get coffee or tea or drinks or something. Want to Netflix and chill? And he's like, okay, sure. And then that's it. And then, like, even though...
And then that ex is like, hold up.
Right. But you probably shouldn't have been worried about it, because if you're with a good woman and she is faithful, she's not going to cheat on you. I mean, if you're with a thought, then, I'm sorry. I'm not saying thoughts cheat. But if you're with somebody who's not as caring about your feelings and they do cheat, you probably shouldn't have been with them in the first place. Or people should just start being honest and be like, you're not the only one. I'm on my Nola Darling shit.
Well, it doesn't necessarily have to be the only one. It's just that, well, I guess, is it wrong for it to go down that way? Like, am I supposed to worry about this guy? Oh, no. But then when the girl breaks up with the guy, and then you go with the other person,
as a woman,
it's like, whoa.
And your job as a man, I don't think everyone will agree with me, but
oh, here we go.
Your job is to make sure that your significant other feels secure, especially around people of the opposite sex.
Okay, why wouldn't anybody agree with that?
Because
that sounds very sound.
Some people are gonna say it's your own job to make yourself feel secure. Like, you shouldn't be that insecure.
Oh, okay. I get it.
That's the flip side.
I get what you're saying.
So,
sure, okay.
Like, when I went to my friend's wedding, ex-friend, like, throw that in there. When I went to her wedding and my ex was there,
yeah,
I made sure that my boyfriend felt comfortable.
Right.
And like I didn't want him to feel like, oh, because like I know how I am with my ex. Like we're friends.
Yeah.
So like if I went over there and we were like, ha 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 ha, like I know there'd be like a part of him that felt like, damn, like, you know, he'd start overthinking it. Like, oh, they seem like they have good chemistry together and blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, you guys do because you guys went out.
well, yeah, I mean, we do because we get each other stupid jokes and like, you know, he likes to be condescending and I like to kind of be like, you suck, bye. But we get each other, I guess, you know, to some degree.
Yeah.
And we did when we were friends, which is why we went out, I guess. But like, that could make somebody else uncomfortable.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, like, I've met a couple of my boyfriend's female friends, and they were fine.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they rely on him a little too much for things,
Right.
but that's a whole nother podcast and soon to be book.
Yeah.
And like, other than that, I mean, he told me a story about like he saw one of his friends once, his ex-girlfriend, when he was dating her, and like he hadn't seen one of his friends like in a really long time, and like the girl ran up to him and like threw her legs around him, like, oh my god, I haven't seen you. And I was like, yeah, I'd be pissed.
Wait, threw her legs around him?
Yeah, like you know how you like jump up on somebody and like big bear hug them with your legs and your arms.
Okay.
Yeah, like as the girlfriend, I would be like, I'm about to cut a bitch.
Yeah, that's a bit extreme.
Right, but this is the thing, like, and I think you're that type of guy too. I think there's a certain type of man
Yeah.
that like is friends with girls, and girls just kind of like own them in a way. Like, or feel like this is my friend. It's only my friend, and nobody else can like touch them. Especially like guys who aren't in relationships very often, and or always are like the de facto boyfriend.
Okay.
So, like, I'm sure you've gone to like dinner with girls and lunch to girls, and they're just your friends.
Yeah.
But then when they get a boyfriend, you may not see him so much. So, but when you see each other, you know they're still like, oh my god, Martini. But like, if you had a girlfriend, your girlfriend would be like, what the fuck? Like,
But don't you think the girlfriend would recognize, oh, this is the response that Martini elicits from people because I know that from him. You know what I'm saying? Do you see what I'm saying?
I don't think she'd care.
But do you see what I'm saying though?
I suppose.
It's like, oh, I know people go crazy for Martini because I know him. So, like, you don't think she'd be like, oh, this is what he gets. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the response that I've seen this before.
I don't know, because it depends on how long she's known you, blah, blah, blah. A lot of factors come into it.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think there's a lot of times when people go out and there's like, you know, that girl. Like, I know I've spoken to friends before, and like, I think even when my friend was engaged, they were supposed to go out to dinner with like this girl, and I think she didn't know the husband was coming or whatever was happening at the point, and she was like really insecure about it. She's like, I don't know who she is, like I don't know if I should worry about her.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you have a ring on your finger. Like, not that that matters, but I mean,
That's sad.
right. Well, it's a whole different ball game.
No, it
But,
is,
like,
but damn, like nothing. I don't know. I don't know. I've been having talks with Randy, so like, dude, yo, marriage doesn't matter, yo. A ring doesn't matter. I'm like, damn.
Randy needs to come back.
I was like, so what the fuck is the point of anything? Like, nothing matters anymore. But go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm not the aficionado on that either, but I don't know. So I think.
But I think
I
it'll
think,
mean
like,
something to you, though. Sorry, to go back. Like, if somebody was stepping up to you and you had your ring, you'd be like, excuse me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
No, it would mean
I
something
think you
to
would-
me, but
I
like.
think you would sun them, just like, yo, shit, I got a fucking ring.
So
God
like
damn.
in a couple weekends, I'm going to my boy Wiz's birthday party.
Okay.
And it's me, my boy Wiz, and his friend Los, and we're all Pisces. So like every year that he has a party and I'm not in Florida, I go to his party. It's just like a dinner. And I'm like, yay!
Wait, so you say you're going?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I'm bringing my boyfriend.
Yeah.
Well, I should tell him. No, like
I'm bringing my boyfriend. Oh, wait, shit, I should tell him.
I told my boy, I was like, I'll let you know if he can come, but he can, so
God.
whatever.
I'm dragging you.
no. I asked my boyfriend if he wants to go. He's like, yeah, fine.
Okay.
I asked him the day that we went to his friend's party, so he really couldn't have said no.
Right.
Tactics.
Exactly.
So
Go on.
Anyway. So like, no, he's never seen us all together, and I've obviously never dated either of them. But like, those are my boys, and we're like, yay, we're all like, whatever. And even though he has a family, he might feel like a little uncomfortable. Like, think about the first time you met me,
Yeah.
and there was like mad fine dudes at my house,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So I invited you over to the house for the fight,
Yeah.
and then a rock band party broke out.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah. There was like 1,000 people.
1,000 people there.
I'm meeting everybody for the first time. I'm meeting her and all her friends, all her
Guys
closest
and
friends,
girls.
guys and girls, for the first time. So I'm already going crazy because like, oh my god, a girl might like me. This is awesome, you know. And like, I got a phone number. I'm like, oh my god, a girl's phone number. Yippee, you know. And then I'm
Was
like,
that bad 7 years ago?
yeah,
You were thirsty
yeah,
a little bit?
yeah.
That's all right. I adore you. Go ahead.
And then I'm like, what? I'm meeting her and all her friends. Oh yeah, no pressure, you know. So it's so funny too because like
There were some grown and sexy folk there too.
there was what?
Some grown and sexy folk there too.
Well, yeah.
I remember you said something to me. Was it you who said it? I think so.
What?
You were just like, there was like all these like, I don't remember. It may not have been you. Never mind. Just that there was like some of my male friends are very nice looking.
Right.
And they were just kind of all standing around. It was very, like, now that I look at the pictures, I'm like, God, that must have been uncomfortable. I know some of my friends are fine. Like, don't think that I didn't pick them.
Shit, I was trying to holler. You know what I'm saying? No, but yeah. Mhm.
Like,
yeah, I was just like, wow. I was like, no, seriously. I was like, how can I? Why am I even meeting this woman when she has all these like good-looking men here? Like, what the fuck? Like, how am I supposed to compete?
I have a couple friends who, like, back in the day, yeah, I did think they were really fine, and that's like why, like, I talked to them on MySpace or whatever.
Yeah.
But we really are really just friends. Like, we've been friends since MySpace. Never hooked up or whatever. And we're just friends. Like,
Yeah.
and we may not talk every day. We keep in contact, but I can understand why that's like intimidating. Like, you just gotta like kind of know the person who you're with and trust and believe that whatever. And what I would do is kind of, I would listen to Unqualified.
Okay. Yeah.
By Anna Faris.
Yes.
I listened to it on Audible because I am lazy and I don't like to read. But I listened to her, and like one of the things she said, which actually kind of made sense, is that every time Chris Pratt was like in a scene, I think I've mentioned this before in the podcast, but it's relevant. But every time Chris,
What was it?
relevant?
Okay.
Why? What did I say?
You,
I don't. Something interfered with the mic. I think. I did
Okay.
say relevant, and then
Okay,
it sounded
'cause-
like relevant. Or
yeah,
something.
yeah, exactly. It said, yeah. It was
No,
like
I definitely said
and
relevant.
elephant together. So I was
Relevant. It's relevant. Something happened. Like a voice came out of the mic. It was really scary.
Go ahead.
Like shit's possessed. She said that every time like Chris Pratt's like in a scene or in a movie with a really hot girl, that she befriends the person
okay.
and like becomes like their best friend. Not like their best friend, but like kind of like likes them so much that she like almost loves them.
Yeah.
And like she's like, oh my god, you're great. Like, and then like she's like, oh, I love this person. Like, I can't be jealous of that person.
Right. That's a good.
So I think it's a good tactic. I do think it is. I mean, some people, I'm not very friendly though, so I don't know how it's gonna work with me. But like that's what I really like, especially this relationship. I feel like I've kind of tried to do that, like be friendlier to his female friends. Like some of them are like really, really far away, and I don't ever see them. But like I'm friends with this one friend on Facebook, and she's really cool and she's nice, and like, you know, not like I can ask her for advice per se, but you know, I like her. She's nice.
But also too, the other people that you quote unquote, you know, don't have to worry about, they also need to be kind to you as well and not overstep their boundaries.
Oh, absolutely. It's gonna be in the book.
Yeah.
Like they do, and that's the thing. Like I think friends need to know their boundaries. Like they shouldn't run up to you. Like a girl shouldn't run up to a guy and be like throw her legs around him. It's fucking inappropriate.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, you're so and so's boyfriend, girlfriend. I'm so glad to meet you. You know, what's going on? Blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
I think guys are like a little weirder. No, I mean, all the guys that I've ever had like over like for a fight, like when my boyfriend's been here, I feel like they've been like respectful to him.
Yeah.
But like No, yeah, they've been respectful to him.
Mm.
I do see that. Like, a couple of the guys that I've had over, like, you know, they, like, treat him like the man of the house, even though he wasn't living here at the time.
Right.
Like, oh, bro, is it cool if I get this? Like, it's just a respect thing.
Yeah.
And I think that's important. And I think if you're dating adults, that'll happen.
Yeah.
If you're dating petty people, other shit will happen.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, what are your feelings on it?
No, I mean,
I've like rambled.
No, it's fine. I mean, well, to piggyback off you, I've been extremely respectful on both of your ends.
I have two ends.
No, about you and your man to not do anything or make him think anything like that.
No,
Because
I mean,
no, I know that. No, I'm just saying.
I
No, I'm like extremely respectful for that because I don't know how well I would do in that situation. And just like, oh yeah,
he's cool.
babe.
He's nice to you.
You know, just, no, yeah, he is. And no, but I wouldn't know if I'd be like, let's say if my girl was going out with, I was going out with my girl, and then she's like, yeah, I'm still hanging out, well, I guess whatever. We're like my ex, and yeah, we're gonna do a podcast with each other, like downstairs. I'm like, you gonna do what? What's happening?
But I was really nice to Yoga Chick when she came.
Oh yeah.
I made her tea.
Yeah.
I was hospitable.
Yeah, no, you were. Yeah.
Even though I was like, oh, I have to get off the couch. I was like, oh, let me make
No,
her
you
tea.
definitely were. Oh no, and you guys were like playing with each other, so like that.
Oh, me and my boyfriend.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? I'm like, I didn't go near that girl.
Yeah, so like it was even more so. Not that you were putting on a show for her to do that, but like
No, we're
it was,
usually pretty gay and cute together.
It was more so like, oh yeah, I have nothing to worry about.
Right.
So
right.
like, and she was the same way too. Remember when her ex came to the yoga class, and like he was mad cool too. So I didn't have to worry about him. But yeah, but I not to get into it, but that happened to me. That when I was with my ex-fiance, and there was this guy who like they'd known each other for a very long time, and he would always diss her, all the time. And she told me about him. I was like, yeah, he always disses me. I don't understand why. Blah blah blah. And, like he always used to call her like fat.
Oh my god, rude.
All this stuff.
And it was her friend.
Yeah,
That's not a friend.
Well, family friend.
Yeah, nah.
And all this stuff, and I'm like, the fuck? I was like, all right, whatever. But I didn't like him because I just didn't like him. But then I don't know, like we broke up like one of the many times, and then I found out that they freaking like hooked up, and I'm like, the fuck? And that like hurt me a lot, only because. And it's not like she cheated. We were broken up at the time, or whether it was a break or not, whatever. But like, what she did, it's not like it was wrong. She had the right to do whatever she wanted to do. But at the same time, I hated it because it just in my head like reinforced me that like bad guys win.
Right.
Because it's just like, yo, this guy hated you, whatever, called you fat, but then he still got you. It's like the fuck, like. What the fuck am I supposed to do with that information?
Right.
So, but I don't know. So
I don't know. So I guess basically it comes down to, whatever. You got to do what you're comfortable with, but at the same time, the people should be respectful. And if you do feel uncomfortable, it's okay to say something.
Oh yeah.
I don't feel like you should have to like sit on like eggshells.
No,
like,
no.
Should I be worried about that person?
No,
I mean, don't be like super crazy about it, but just be like,
or don't think that every person is a person that
right.
It might be a potential. Cause hey, I mean, just like you said before, you had whatever attractive male friends.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Shout out to my boys.
No, but like, okay, so you find them attractive, but that's where it stops.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, he's hot, but that's
I'm
it.
like, I also knew he was a player for 20 years. So like,
no, but like, he's attractive. That's it.
Right.
Yeah, like he that person, it shouldn't be a potential to be like, oh, if you fuck up, I might go over there. This person's attractive. He's in my life. That's it. But again,
if you're having an adult relationship, it shouldn't be a concern. So.
Yeah, but everybody should just check in with each other, see if it anybody's
That is the
uncomfortable or
most
stuff like
important
that.
thing, is checking in with each other and
Yeah.
making your loved one or liked one feel secure.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and there's just one article that I saw from MMMMnoir.com says, but he says she's just a friend. Signs that your man and his friend are more than homies. Ever date a guy who keeps a lot of female company only for him to be like, we've never done anything, we're just friends. Sure, men and women can be platonic friends, and no one should have to get rid of their friends of the opposite sex just because they're dating someone new. But sometimes there's just one of his female friends who's on your radar because they just seem a little too chummy. If you're not sure if your man and his friend are really just friends, here are a few warning signs to look out for to see if your relationship is in the danger zone. Number 1, they talk text all day, every day. Number 2, they spend more time together than you do. Number 3, they flirt.
That ain't happening. Go ahead, 3.
What? So he can't be. He
I know, I
can't,
just saw red.
he can't. I just saw red. Damn. I just saw red. Oh man. Number 3, they flirt on social media. Number 4.
What?
See, I wish I can go in detail, but I didn't put the stuff in. So number 4, he compares her to you. Number 5, he comments on her body/looks. Number 6, they're touchy-feely. Number 7, he acts differently around her. Number 8, he tries to impress her. Number 9, he buys her gifts. And number 10, they have pet names for each other.
Oh, hell no. Actually, no, I call Sane Boogie. But that's just like a hip.
Uh-oh.
That's just like our like homie name.
Watch it.
And he's in Chicago, and I've never been there. And I love Eric and Sane. They're my favorite little hip hop couple. Anywho.
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So, I would just say, what's his name? Damn, I forgot his name. Damn it. What is wrong with me? Bismarcky?
Yeah.
Just a Friend?
Yeah.
Would definitely be the song of the day.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
And if you have any relationship issues where you don't know if your significant other's person is a friend or not, please write in. Maybe we'll put you in a book. At bedlovebeyond@gmail.com. And
you can go to our website at www.bedlovebeyond.com.
If you don't know by now, damn it. You know where we're at.
And you can check out other articles that are associated with this topic. You can give us a call or text us at 201-862-8BED. That is 201-862-8233. And you can hit us up on Facebook, facebook.com/bedlovebeyond. And you can follow us at bedlovebeyond on Instagram, Twitter, Periscope, and YouTube. Thank you for listening to us on Podbean, iTunes, Pocket Cast, Stitcher, and
Google Play Music.
Please rate, review, like, and subscribe to us on any of the devices that you listen to. I'm Martini.
I am Jennifer.
And we will see you guys next time.
Peace.